One, and action. All right, so this is Tatiana's spin technique class on Sunday. So we talked about simple things that we use in West Coast swing. We talked about inside turns. The hand is already underneath, but we drop to those two inside fingers. All right? Tatiana even notices the difference when I have a third finger in there. She knows the difference between one finger. So that works for us.
I'm not a big fan of one finger, sorry, just real quick, because it makes me want to squeeze you. When you do two fingers, it keeps my hand more open.
All right? So, leaders, again, inside turn, you're trying to make the smallest halo you can above her head. And I saw a lot of different things on just a simple inside turn. I saw guys pulsing down between their turns, which slows it down. I also saw the hands going out and in towards them, which makes the circle too big for her. So you're extending it out above her head.
Pulsing that way.
All right? We like the followers spotting what's eye level for them and spotting their leader. So as Tatiana's spotting, it's not affecting her chin, it's not tilting her head back. The other thing is that because she's spotting me, my push happens away from my face. And that really makes a difference compared to when a follower's spotting down line, I'm pulling towards my face. So then we talked about outside turns, and just the transition of the handhold, going from a palm to palm really fast, my fingers come out to the side. Then from there, doing multiple outside turns, followers take a shape where their wrist rotates out.
And I do keep my fingers together, but they're not squeezing. There's more pressure in these two fingers. Okay? And my little swan. Yes?
And this makes a big difference for what we're about to do when we go into those one-footed turns. So again, there's our outside turn. We practiced it within a lazy man tuck where we went 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6. And we talked also about the idea that if you were trying to hit an accent, leaders, you could step away from her slightly to find that distance. Makes it sharper as well. Now, inside turn into a flat back. First was getting her elbow to pass over your forearm. So you have to get her wrist slightly below, so there's a fold of her hand. Tatiana said she almost feels like we're looking to kiss her hand, all right? From here, we go to the armpit. Followers should keep your head up as long as you can. The duck comes after, all right? And we try to master that so we can always add it to the end of a spin sequence.
Yeah, so are you doing turn now?
Yes.
So it's going to be followers 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Okay? Stay under-rotated with your lower half, and then you're going to face your partner with your chest and your center.
So that keeps the finish looking a lot more controlled than if you open up and over-rotate. So when we do that fast, 1, 2, up, under, hit.
And then the V.
Learning the shape of his arm, followers, and that's almost how you spot him. You come around the corner, you know his arm is there.
I don't know if you're looking at it, I know he's right there, right?
So the amount of space compared to if you're ducking going into this part, which some of you were bending from the waist, so it was making all of that too big. Okay? So, going into a one-footed turn. Let's put this on tape. We do it this way. We do it traveling down line 1, 2, and we position her in front of our right shoulder. Salsa dancers, a lot of times if you teach it in salsa, we go step, step, and we open. The problem is when salsa dancers do it, they pass each other too far, so now the follower goes that way. So leaders, remember that if you were doing this in salsa, you have to then set her up where she's still in front of your right side. Okay? When I lead this, I feel almost like the hand is connected to her right foot, like a puppet on a string. And I'll tell you, the more turns we want to do, the longer I let her prep. So if I plan on doing 8 turns, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we start to spin. Compared to, if I'm just trying to hit a break, and I know this is 1, 2, prep, 3, turn, 4, hit 5. That prep can be on 1 beat, but you have to know that you can prep through the music. That the music could be this speed, and I could go slow in a prep before I get into the speed of a turn. All right? Followers.
I have to prep myself. Now, a lot of followers go into this. Right away, they take their arm backwards. I keep my hand in front of me. Where he's placing it, I'm hesitating. Keep it in front of me. Then I rotate my body into fine compression, kind of like the tuck that we did. I'm going to then plie into this connection. So look at my hand, it's still in front of me. As I'm rotating and try to find that compression. From there, I go down with my heel, but then I releve and I come up. And I releve, bring my heel up as I turn. You see that? I honestly, not a lot do I go into a complete straight leg. It makes me too top heavy. The next thing I also do is take my leg, my left leg, push out, back here, out and around and bring it in. That helps my momentum.
Around before up is a huge difference, and leaders, my timing and my arm matches that. So I don't go prep, start spinning above her head.
You watch as my...
The round turn starts wide because her leg is open and then comes up as her leg comes in.
You watch on video how those went together. If you do in slow motion your video, you'll see that. The last thing that really makes me go even faster is I punch through. Okay, I punch a little bit as I'm expanding my left arm, my free arm, and then I punch it through. That's what gets me to go a lot faster. I can even do that in the middle of the turn, where I can stay a little bit more open as I want to slow down, and then I punch through and makes me go faster. It's an ice skater. You know how
Expand
they
their
expand
arm,
and
slowly
close
coming
it
in.
up?
Leaders, you're here, all right? You're trying to keep your fingers down, so again, a lot of it comes from the arm. The more your wrist turns, the more she feels that wobble.
And last thing, don't forget with the hand, swan. The swan is a big part of it. I cannot turn like this.
And that happened to me last night. If I tried this with some dancers, is that I felt my hand in their pocket.
You have to go from here. This is the slow motion version.
Palm to palm, flips, 2 fingers down. That's the
And that's how
position.
I'm turning. And followers, I'm turning and I call it a half diamond. There was a question of how I turn. I honestly turn with my elbow out. I don't turn with an L shape. Okay, I have a little bit of a side shape, half diamond I call it. Cool? Try to do a little crash course there. But good luck with that.
Awesome, guys.